What up? It's like it's going on 3 in the morning, but I was like, fuck it, adventure time. So you know what? Fuck it, adventure time. I got a One Piece chapter 1152 review video coming out, but we gonna see how much videos I can crank in the middle of that joint uploaded, because it's gonna take a minute. It's a 40-minute video. It's my first one. Please fuck with it. But Finn Mertens, fuck Ben Tennyson. You can have your Randy Cunninghams, your Pin Zeros and all that, all your Generator Rexes, and those is my boys. Those is my boys. They might get their videos, but give me Finn Mertens. Listen, the thing that I love so much about Adventure Time is that no matter all the big high-scale battles that happened, especially within the last seasons, they still made it to seem like it was all just, it just happened to be that everyone was living their own lives, going through their own little misadventures up until everything just coalesced at one moment. It just happened to end up like that. It's not like there was some fated battle or anything like that. People just did things and all those actions just ended up coalescing. It felt like such a real life thing where they gave everybody their own journeys that just happened to cross paths eventually. That's so good. Hold up. Had to fix my fan. But that was so good because when it came to Finn, and we start off with Finn from the very jump where we're watching his coming of age story and him growing up. It's so beautiful seeing him grow up, bro. It's so good. Because when we start off with Finn, he's basically just a hero fanboy. He's not a true hero. He's a kid who he's going around, he's saving people, but the only way he knows how to save people is violence. Where we even get one of the earlier episodes in the first season or the second one where he runs into Billy and Billy is like, you think you're a hero because you're solving things with violence. All your violence is doing is adding up to more violence. That person that you beat up right there, guess what she's gonna do? She's gonna run into someone else that, wait, no, not that person that you beat up. I hope he didn't beat up nobody. But that person that you saved by beating up a monster, guess what they're gonna do? They're gonna run into an even bigger monster that you wasn't there to beat, and that monster is gonna eat her. But all this violence, all you're doing is just repeating. All it's doing is leading up to more. If you really want to be a hero, save someone without using any violence. And we see how he goes about that method, and he's literally struggling. He's struggling, fighting for his life, trying not to put hands on a nigga. We go from this all the way up to his point where he's in the final war, and he made the best decision on his 12th Doctor Capaldi shit, where he's like, everybody wants to make the big red button. Nobody knows how the war is gonna end up. Nobody knows about the death toll. Everybody's going to end up killing all these people, all this pointless violence, until we just end up doing the thing we should have did from the very beginning. Just sit down and talk. Word for word, bar for bar. I love Doctor Who. But just sit down and talk. And he forced them all to have a conversation with themselves. And that avoided all, because of what he did, him being the youngest person in that room. But he the one that made the grownest, most mature decision there to solve this without violence. And he even pointed it out himself to Jake, where he was like, if I was younger me would have been all for this, but me now, it just seemed pointless to try and fight people. It just seemed like there was a better way for this that nobody else was doing. This just seemed too chaotic. It's so good seeing his heroism come into play, but it's not even about heroism. It's just about the common sense, the smart thing to do. That's why I said with Spider-Man, I was like, when they was getting on Miles, because he was like, when they was saying, oh, if you want to save the rest of the universes, you have to let your people die. It's a canon event. That may be like the smart thing to do, but that's not the heroic thing to do. That's not the heroic, more like, do you not hear how messed up that sounds? Like, do you not hear how messed up that sounds? That's not the Spider-Man decision. That's not the heroic thing to do. The heroic thing to do, you try to save all these people any way that you can. You find another way around this. There's always a loophole. He found a loophole. I love Finn Mertens. And just seeing him mature so much throughout the story, where he goes from the non-violence, and then we get his love life. A train wreck. But even then, his love life and how he was able to at first he's dating around, he's chasing a grown woman that's not giving him the attention that he wants. But his whole story is literally just him trying to find his spot, his place in the world, because he's the only human in this world right now. He's the only human in his kingdom. So when he finally finds out that there's a place where humans are still alive and he gets the chance to visit, of course he's gonna go. He's basically an outcast where he is. Well, he's not an outcast. He's very welcome. He's very accepted. But if you are the only person in the room, where let's say you're a dog in a room full of sheep. If you see that group of dogs, you hear that another group of dogs is there, you're gonna be curious. He was at least curious. And Bubblegum, she's like, you say this is about an expedition with Susan, but I feel like you're going there to really, I feel like there's a deeper reason why you want to go there so bad. Him going there, and he's like, he meets his mom. He could literally live the life with all his people there. But he knows that he is a hero back home, and that nothing is as perfect as it seems. There's no reason why he should have to stay there. And he could do so much better for not only his mom, but that entire island, by just being able to collide, just being able to merge. He's like, yo, I can save y'all. Y'all don't have to live the way that y'all live. People are dying. People die, yeah, but you don't have to be isolated on this island your whole life. There's a whole world out there of adventures. Just come along with me. But him finding his place, finding his history, and still making the decision that, yeah, I love seeing y'all, but home is where I gotta be. Went back to Cataclysm came and he saved them niggas. He saved them. Finn Mertens, that's my boy. And then him and his relationship with Bubblegum, chasing Bubblegum, and then trying to replace Bubblegum with Flame Princess, a princess his age. But he went completely wrong doing that, because he was such a child. He was such a child, and his emotions just wasn't up to par. Like, you could not be able to handle all that. You could not be able to handle the unstable emotions of Flame Princess at that point. But even then, she knew what she wanted, and you did it. And then at first, you see him trying to make all these very empty attempts to try and get back with her. But eventually, as he grows older, he's like, yo, that was very immature of me. He accepts his place with her, and they become great friends. They become great friends at the end, where he's helping her with Kid Bear and all that. Not Kid Bear, but Son of Rat Bear and all that. Perfectly platonic relationship. Bow. He's not even trying to date around. And you know what's crazy? Because we talk about the void that Flame Princess left in their original breakup, had him going around messing around with all these people. But that whole episode where he's with Breezy, and Breezy is trying to help him like do all this, and you see that she's chasing after that flower, but she's like, I wonder why it's not blooming. Maybe you need to find a whole bunch of other girls. But notice how she's helping him find all these little temporary just good times. Whole time she was there from the jump, just trying to help him. She's the one who helped that flower bloom, because unlike everyone where he did all these empty attempts, all these empty kisses and all that, that's why there was no progress. Where when he got to Lumpy Space Princess, when he got to that and the flower lost the petal, the loss of the innocence of the flower. And he still gained nothing from it. But Breezy, showing that she had a genuine connection, genuine intentions with him, caused the flower to bloom, just caused the change in him. That really saved him. That saved him from what he was going through. Breezy did that. But then, boom, we can scratch him and we could go to Fern, because Fern is the original Finn from the timeline. Fern and Finn, yeah, they have like the same memories, but they did not go through the same thing. So technically, Fern did not age the same way that Finn did. So seeing Finn have to nurture Fern, have to nurture himself, even though they went through the same things, because even though they share the same memories at this point, probably, I'm pretty sure they did. Sharing the same memory of someone does not mean that you felt the same way through that experience. You did not experience that thing. You did not experience that event the same way that someone else did. There's no way you share the same thought to that event. It doesn't matter who you are. That's the whole point of being a human. We are not a hive mind. We do not just all follow the same emotion and everything. We could go through the same things and have completely different outlets on what we just went through. That's what happened, where we're seeing the original Finn stop his growth. He stopped his growth in that room with Prismo. And then he comes back, he's a new world, and he's trying to find his place. But he's literally looking at another version of himself continue his life that he was supposed to be living. And now you got a cursed sword on top of that, whispering in your ear the whole time, whispering you sweet nothings. So now it's like, yo, seeing Finn have to save himself, seeing Finn have to bring himself up, but also I feel like it's so good seeing that sort of just inner battle with himself, because that's basically him. That was basically him trying to take care of his younger self. That was him trying to take care of his, oh my God, him trying to take care of his younger self and saving him from the mistakes that he would have made, because basically Fern is this young dude with these mature memories but immature feelings, trying to find a spot anywhere, to the point where he's literally sabotaging, to the point where he literally tried to take Finn's place, that's why Fern was so fight heavy. He didn't know better. He didn't get to experience the growth that Finn had experienced that caused him to take the no violent route. Fern never got that far. Fuck. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Seeing Finn he literally took care of himself. And we got the audacity to compare everyone else. That's why I'm saying Adventure Time is so good. Look at what Finn went through, where even when Jake died, he was able to take care of himself. He was able to accept the loss. Where we seen when Jake died initially, he crashed out on Mars. He crashed out on Mars on Abraham Lincoln them. He was like, you gonna bring my boy back. But at the end of it all, he let him go. Yeah, I love Finn Murders. That was good. That was good. Wow. That was a great show, bro. That's a great show. Ice King is getting his own video too. Don't even worry about that one. Don't even worry about that one. Ice King and probably Marceline, because I love Marceline. I love Marceline. Anyways, y'all boys, stay safe, though. I'm out.